So today we'll be talking about some of the tools in Premiere Pro, the major tools. The one we talked about then was one in Source Panel. If you also look at your program, you have some tools here too, but no, they are the same tools for your the same tools in your source panel, the same tools in your program panel. As you can see, look at it here. We have marker, we have marking, we have mark out, we have go to in. The same thing I told you, they all perform the same function. So what is here is also what is here. So it all depends on what you want to achieve. So they all perform the same function that I have told you in the previous video. If you haven't watched that tutorial, the link is in the subscription. If you haven't watched that tutorial, the link is in the description. I will share it on the link is in the description below. If you haven't watched that tutorial, the link is in the description below. Watch it to understand it so you can actually create amazing content. So today we're talking about the functions of the major tools in Adobe Premiere Pro. There are major tools in Adobe Premiere Pro that is applicable to most especially the sequence panel of this Premiere Pro. And there are many as higher versions of Premiere Pro have some extra tools added to it. But this 2029 version, these are the tools in it. In 2024 version, there are extra tools that are not in 2029 version that is in 2024 version. But these tools are still in 2024 version. So you have to know it because they perform the same function despite the version you are making use of. Now, the first tool here is known as selection tool, bracket V. When you see the bracket, that simply means if you want to click selection tool, instead of just clicking it with your cursor, just press V and it selects it for you. Now, what does selection tool does? Selection tool is a tool in Premiere Pro that helps you select an object, that helps you select a text, an object, a clip, be it video or audio clip. For example, if I click selection tool now, I can select any of these and I can drag it. That is the function of selection tool. If I don't click selection tool, I can't select this and I can't drag it. So that's selection tool for you. Then here we have track select forward to bracket A. Now it has a drop down. That simply means there are other tools there. So if you press down, you see track select backward to. The first one is track select forward to. Second one is track select backward. Select not the function of these tools. If I click track select forward to, and you see my cursor has changed to 2 arrows and it's facing my right hand. So if I click, I see it. I see what is happening. Whenever I clicked the footage, it's taking it forward or backward. So I'm track selecting my clip. Now if I come back here and I click track select backward clip, you see my arrow has turned to my left hand. So I can go back. I see it. I can't go back. I can go back, I can go forward. I can go back, I can go forward. So it all depends on what you want to achieve. That is the function of that tool. Very simple. Then here we have 3 tools: ripple edit tool, rolling edit tool, and read stretch tool. This is a very important tool in Adobe Premiere Pro. Please pay attention to this tool if you don't understand. Now, let me go back to my track selection tool. My track selection tool. Now, let me make this big by pressing the plus sign. So I'll make this big. Now, let's go back to this important tool. There are 3 tools here: ripple edit tool, rolling tool, and rate stretch tool. Now, if I click the ripple edit tool, look at what happens. First of all, when I click it, my cursor changed. If you click your selection tool back, see your cursor has changed. Now, if you click your ripple edit tool, my cursor has changed to this plus and red stroke on it. Now what does is that if I take it to the end of my clip, it has changed to yellow. I can decide to drag my clip forward or drag it backward. So I see it, I can drag it backward, I can drag it forward. Now what it does is, because I use ripple edit tool, I can decide to reduce the the length of the clip, how long the clip is, I can also decide to make it long because now now let me okay, let me explain it the way you understand. I selected, I marked in and mark out this clip from the source panel from here to here. But that does not mean that that is where the clip ended. The clip did not end there. But I decided to mark it here. But if there's a situation whereby I want to bring the other part of the clip to this particular video I'm working on because I want to use it for something, I will now use this ripple edit tool and now bring it here. It must change to yellow. I will now drag out. You see it? I'm dragging out and it's going to where I want it to get to. If I also want to reduce it, maybe it's too long, I want to reduce it, I also drag it down to where I want it to what? Be. I can also drag it out. That is what the rip edit tool is all about. Then here we have the rolling edit tool. If I bring it here too, it has changed to what? Red. I can start to drag it out. I can have to drag it back. I see it. Can't drag it out. I have to drag it back. Then here we have the scratch, red scratch tool. If I drag this one out, the video will be very slow, very, very slow. But if I drag it backwards, it cannot go back. Okay, it's going back, the video will be very fast. I see it. So if I drag it forward, maybe I selected only here. If I drag it forward, if I want to increase the speed of the video, if I want to reduce the speed of the video, I'll drag it forward. That particular range of the video will still be there, but it will be more slow. The speed will be slow. But if I want the range to be faster, I reduce it. If I want the range to be faster, I reduce it and the range will be what? Faster. That's what that particular tool is for. Then here we have the razor tool. What does the razor tool do? It's a very simple thing. What is razor? Razor is for cutting. If you have a razor, you want to cut something, use your razor. Use your razor. So that is something that's applicable in Premiere Pro. If I want to cut this video and audio, yeah, maybe I want to delete other parts. I use my razor, click there, and it has cut it into two. I click back my select tool. I've dragged it out. I see it has deleted into two, and I can now delete this other one and press Control and press delete, and it's out. So that's what razor tool is for. Now here is slip tool, and we also have slide tool. So if I click it, so these are the first tools in Adobe Premiere Pro. In the next tutorial, we'll talk about the other tools and its functions in Adobe Premiere Pro. If you have any question, can drop it in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit the subscription button so as to keep getting amazing episodes from the Diary of a Cameraman. Thank you.